spouse. Let me introduce. I was asking who to speak first. Lina say I want. I can get away through. So Lina holds a bachelor degree in psychology. Am I correct? A master's degree in education. Bring with her over 30 years of educational experience. How many of you know her? How about you? You will experience in the government. Okay. She has served as a preschool principal, that is SPA role. Director and principal consultant at overseas private childs. Long ago as an adjunct lecturer at the school consultant. Currently, Lina serves as associate director at the Czech group of schools. How many people of that? That's good. Quite a big change, right? For Lina, education is not just a career but a heartfelt calling. That's why she lasts so long, 30 over years, one profession. Knowing she's known for driving a positive change and fostering excellence. Her passion is in making a meaningful impact on the lives of children, families, and education life. Without further ado, I'd like to invite Lina to share with us in 30 minutes.
Thank you, David. Good afternoon and happy Sabbath, all of you. It's my pleasure to be here this afternoon to share with you in mid-hand my career journey. Growing up, I had many different dreams of different kinds of career. So when I was in primary school, I dreamt that I would become a doctor. But little did I know that God had very different plans for me. So I want to share with you briefly my encounter with God that impacted my career journey. I'm actually a fourth generation Seventh-day Adventist. And growing up, my religious beliefs and faiths were not very strong due to many distractions and struggles. I was not very regular and good church. I was having a musician at the time and drums and those. So in my holidays, I decided that as I was struggling, I wanted to sing through God. So I attended a lot of lunchtime fellowship talks on different religious faiths. Then after I moved to the East, I decided to attend Dunman Road Church. Where do I find it?
Does it work? Cancel.
So today it is known as Maranatha Church. So I attended Dunman Road Church, and there God touched me through the warmth and friendliness of the church members. Gradually and recommitted my life to God. I began to have Bible studies and explore the teachings of Jesus, and his message, love, faith, and hope resonated very well. And I began to become more and more active in church. And as I became more active, gradually my priorities, my values, and my goals changed as I embarked on the career journey. I began to see career not just as personal advancement, but as an opportunity to serve God, others. So that newfound perspective actually gave me a sense of peace and fulfillment. And during my, most of us during our career journey, we have a lot of joys. We also face a lot of challenges, right? So for me too, I face opposition or doubts from within people around me. But yet through it all, I find that God is there with me, guiding me, helping me to every obstacle that I face. So my father's philosophy is, after you're such for, you need to come out at 17 years old and start working. Wow, 17 years old, I'm not ready to go out to work. So anyway, I applied for NIE. I got into NIE, but I didn't want to go to NIT, so I did my father, can I go to poly? This is 2 years architecture. Architecture at that time was 2 years certificate course. Come out to work for at least 1 year or more, and then go back to 2 years part-time. So my dad said yes. So I did it. So I started my architecture.
Anyway,
So I did architecture in Architect 61. And 3 months before I graduated, I went to this big architecture firm, Architect 61. I went there, the partner was interviewing me and was worried, this young girl. And then he said, "You are hired." And they waited for me 3 months after when I graduated, straight to start work. So at the age of 19, I started ground. And I tried to save money for my education to support my education, because my dad said, "That's according to you." So then when I saved enough money, it's just when I thought that I am going to quit my work from Architect 61 and go into NUS to do architecture, God had just called me. One night I received a phone call from Teo Lan Fang or Lan Teo. How many of you know Lan Fang? The husband is Bob Teo. Lan Fang, Lan is the founder and the first principal of the Child Care Center in Balisdale, called Adventist Child Development Center, or ACDC Balisdale. So in 1987, she started first kindergarten in Jurong. So we also call it Adventist Child Development Center Jurong, ACDC Jurong. And that very first year that she started off as a principal, she called me and asked me to come into the principal to take over from her, because she is going to further her studies with her husband. I was asking her, "God, why me? I'm so young then, young girl, like in 20s or so." And I said, "No, I don't have any preschool qualifications to teach. I don't have any working experience. All I had was children's Sabbath school. I taught in Sabbath school class." She says, "Lina, you have the leadership, you have the passion, you have the dedication, you are the one." And so she asked me to, so I prayed very hard to God, went in for interview. Dr. Linda Ko was in one of the panel interviews, so she says, "Yes, she's the one." So I resigned from my work and started working in kindergarten. Okay, so in 1987 in June, and one of the facts that I had in my heart was Jeremiah 29, verse 11. Jimmy, can you read it?
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future.
So as you can see, I worked in the kindergarten for more than 20 years. From ACBC, Jurong changed to Seventh-day Adventist Kindergarten, the logos keep changing. And then today it is a childcare center, Adventist Schoolhouse. So when I was there, the first year was very tough. I tried to, Lan has left, I was trying to organize the school and everything, and I don't have any preschool qualification. The miracle happened. MOE said the school needs to be registered. The principal must then course, fast track go for course. So I went for the minimum cost, just register the school. And during that first year, the opposition I faced is the teachers within. They were saying, "This young girl, we have so much experience, why should we listen to you? You are older than you don't even know anything, and you are a principal." They may be thinking internal promotion, or externally, a new principal comes in with lots of experience, and here there's this young girl in the mid-20s who doesn't know anything much about preschool. But God has gone through me. And the school grew under, I just leave it to God, prayed very hard every day for guidance to get things going. And so the school grew from the first year, 120 students, grew until 350 students. And during the good old days when we had, I started off doing a lot of things, many multiple roles, multiple years. Those years I did no receptionist, I'm the receptionist, more admin, I'm the admin. Okay, I was the principal. Teacher sick, okay, I stepped in. Assistant teacher sick, I stepped in. But could be sick, I was so I did a lot of stepping in. And when the enrollment grew, and we had like 100 people on the waiting list, I had to start the third session. But before that, just to share with you, if you're familiar with Jurong Church, when I was there at the entrance, my chairs up. maybe this number of checks. Probably this number of people will come and register for the school. But when I went there at 7:45 a.m., the queue in the school was like from the entrance of the Jurong, it came all the way here to the back gate, to the back here, and the road go all the way here, and go back to the gate, and he came out to the fence outside. He was so shocked. I was one person registering everybody. So that was what happened in those days when I was school. You can ask Johnny if I can tell you the stories. How long the lines were coming in, and I had to run a third session because I can't really wait for this. But and then opposition again, the teachers were not prepared. We teach 2 sessions a day, you know. We finish work at 2 o'clock. We go 3 sessions into 5 o'clock. So no music teacher, principal or music teacher in the afternoon, no teacher in the afternoon. So I was like, doing everything. And I think God bless us in many ways during the time that I was in FBK. Academically, I grew until I did my different teaching certifications until I got my master's. And I had a lot of opportunities with MOE. Invited me for a lot of pilot projects, a lot of focus group discussions. In fact, MOE and FCYS, they had this special committee. One day they called me up and told me, you are nominated, you're the first kindergarten principal in Singapore to be asked to volunteer to go into this preschool certification and accreditation committee to be a member to serve for 2 years. And my feedback will affect policies of teachers training as well as training institutes touched by the opportunities God gave me. And in fact, MOE told me, after I finished my master's, they came up with this diploma in preschool in the education leadership. Does it mean I go back and do this? So MOE told me, Lina, you're one of the rare principals. We are giving you this diploma without studying again. Because you had the qualifications, had the experience of contributing to the preschool education. So then, other involvement is I was very involved. A lot of community projects. I'll show you some pictures later. With FAFC, Society Against Family Violence, Home Channel with CARE, the GRC with the Japan University, schools, and I also conducted study tours. I arranged with Dr. Sally Hood, who was the education director at the UMN, to conduct to invite principals from the neighboring region countries to come to Singapore and to learn our best practices. And I spent time teaching them and going through with them and helping them. So I'm thankful for the opportunities God has made me. Now here you can see the National Day was kindergarten invited to do those National Day, they have a lot of tables and everybody's listening. So everybody's singing National Day song. My kindergarten children are singing Christian song. And the music is blasting out among all the neighborhood. So that was a wonderful day that we could share God's message. And over here, I was involved with this, my school was involved with this kindergarten in Japan for 2 years in a pilot project. And also with MOE, they were so impressed with our school that they invited all these principals with other schools, preschools, coming to our school to learn our best practices, to learn how we do help the students with that school. And I also network with other local school principals. And here in the Princess Elizabeth Primary School student, after P6, became PSLE, he came to my school to do voluntary work. And here, the government involved me. I was, we have a principal from the PAP of TCF Center to come in, and myself, the principal from the private sector, and we were involved in helping the kindergarten standards, set the standards for the preschool kindergarten in Singapore. And it was, I was telling the after to give a talk, I was giving a class. And here you have hundreds of preschool principals and I was addressing them, giving them presentations and giving them a talk. It was an honor, it was a privilege to be able to do that. Okay, and then just as I thought I was doing a lot, God instructed me to help to serve the community. I suddenly received an email from an education institute in Medan, inviting us to have start a school in Medan. Today, if I receive such an email, I probably think it's scam or it's a fake news. By that time, I believe that it's correct. So together with the board member, both of us, Vietnam and Lina, he spent one night there, I spent 5 days there, and was among strangers. And I got to do market research, I got to know, understand how they're doing. And the culture I had to adapt because at that time, it's more male-dominated culture. The woman is like, your voice is second voice, but here I am representing this. So my voice was heard out the same share. So we got won the trust of the school. And I thought that what I learned was never lost. Because architecture, what I learned, I used it for SDK with good upgrading plans. I can make plans, I can do the design. When we started the franchise, I was able to design classrooms, do plans, I set up a whole center department, and they really appreciate it. And for me, this verse came to my mind because I was very grateful that to repeat it.
Fear not, for I am with you. I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand.
Yeah. So I thought that, okay, I think I need to be more knowledgeable. I need to write franchise manuals. I need to do the curriculum and all. So I decided that I would better go back to school. So go back to school and took my classes. So I was featured in the news actually. The principal goes back to school. I went back to the young college and I took a specialist diploma in franchise leadership just to understand how to operate and do this. So here it is. I'm very busy in SDK doing the school. And I'm also doing the franchise in Lina. So I'm trying to Lina to help them the school setup, to do audit, to do teachers training. So that was a lot of wonderful opportunities that I had. And some of the things I like working in preschool is that I had opportunities to reach out to students. Here we have CBS, a corrective learning school. It started with 50 students, then it grew to 100 students, then it grew to 150 students. We put waiting list. You just imagine the CPS, the waiting list will come in. You cannot accept more. And this is the place where we have opportunities to share Christian, the Bible with our students. And also we conducted gospel week for our students. In addition, I had the opportunity to help students. I don't know how many of you know Jack here. He's from our church. Jack, his official name is John. So but he's Weary and Cherry Pastor's son. So when he first came to our school, he was 3+ years old. Cherry came to see me after some time, says, Lina, can you please check out Jack and to find out whether he has learning needs because he's not talking. Home is not talking, the school is not talking. So I did observations on him, and after many observations, I said, the son is fine. He's just a late bloomer. He is doing well. So I'm glad that I have opportunities to help kids. And sometimes I also have hard conversations. I was teachers who come in and tell me, this student has a problem. The behavior is different. So I approached the parent of the student and asked the student, say, is it all right if I conduct play therapy with a child to observe what's the problem? So here you can see me doing play therapy with this child. I don't really know this child well because I'm not the teacher of this child. But so I was able to laugh and she shared with me how her mom made different good feelings with the people. I gave her the dad and I gave her some blocks and Play-Doh, and this is really what she did. So in this picture you can see mommy is over here. This is the Mimi, the sister with a little ball. It's always sometimes she will put this two stuck together. This is my student, and this is the father. And all the play is usually now it seems that there's some problem. And then later on, as I observed, she did this, and I asked her, what's happening over here? What's this? And she told me, mommy and sister lives together in this room, myself and daddy sleeps in another room. And then another time, the play, she did this. There is a rich mother and baby, she and the father. And then as I talked to the father with hard conversations, I began to realize there were marital problems that were happening in the home. And one day the mother took the children and ran out of home. So the father had to cross the bridge to kind of visit the children. So the child was kidnapped. And so for 2 years, he was together and helped the child. And initially, she would come to me, to my office, and give me drawings. The drawings are always something like that. And towards the end, the drawings with mommy and daddy together. And both of them, mommy and daddy together and holding the the kids have. And I was thankful that at that time I talked about that, I realized their relationship is really, they're getting back together. And when she was in secondary school, she came back to my school and she did want to do it and was thankful for such opportunities. And then I also had conversations sometimes with parents. I had this parents who were facing some marital problems. I thought this child in first year and second year was facing marital problems. I told the parents, whatever problems you have, sort it out amongst yourself. In the school, the end of the day haven't even for the children to be in. So one day the father came in and wanted to take the child away. The mother actually took the two children away for some time. So he wants to come and take the child. And I told the father, I said, remember what we had said, agreed. And he says, okay, I will not force my child. A very big fine guy. And he says to the child, the name is Tom. Tom, if you love daddy, you follow me out now. The child followed the out. And then the mother came, took the younger child, and the mother drove in her car. The father was in one car, and the mother was going to bang his car. She was saying, die, everybody all die together. And then, so we had all this drama that's happening, a lot of hard conversations going on. We were glad that the father stopped the car and let her have the children. She came back to my school, she was crying. And I'm glad that many years later, when the boy was in primary 5, we came back and told him, Mrs. Wee, I am now a school prefect. Or things like that. But sometimes we have hard conversations to start too. And I also am thankful for opportunities to reach out to parents. I formed this VIP connection, very important connection. And these are opportunities that God gave me. I had a small group every week with 2 different groups of parents. I also had to learn to be a family educator to give talks to the parents. And then I had different activities planned for the parents. This is full synergized with the church because we involve the church members in that protect family to healthy lifestyle, we bond with the parents. And this is also one other time where the church brought the parents to charity and stayed with them for the whole days, bond with the parents. These are different ways that God used me and the school as well as church to reach out to parents. And then God had a different calling for me now. The calling was to go to Chatsworth International School where I'm working. And this kind of age group is 3 to 18. I was fearful to go into this school. Actually, can you read the facts for us?
Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
God showed me that it's wonderful how God tells us that when we are facing challenges or unfamiliar journey, we have to be strong, be courageous, because God is there with us all the way. And also remember that God's presence and His promises, even in the midst of uncertainty, will guide me, give me the confidence to move forward. And so I learned about secondary school, all of us. And what I learned before was not lost. What I learned from architecture to the preschool to the franchise was not lost because I was involved with my school setting up another kindergarten in Hong Kong. So we had a joint venture in Hong Kong. I was involved with policies and procedures. Again, in the private sector, we are not involved at the MOE, but the CPP, Committee for Private Education. The government involved me in focal group discussions, policies and procedures, and I also learned to get to know relate with different cultures. Here my school is 50 over nationalities, teaches 30 over nationalities. So these are
Look at me.
I did a lot of multiple roles even when I was in SAK doing kindergarten, the franchise. I also did teacher training, even in Chatsworth. I also did teacher training at 9 because these are opportunities that I can share my experience and help the community. So I train students to become teachers. I train teachers to become principals. And a couple of months ago, one of my students wrote to me. She sent me an extract of her written assignment. She was telling me, seldom you have teachers write so many commendations. All the way, I wrote a lot of commendations. But she was telling me, you have been such a blessing. And I was glad for the opportunity to reach out and teach others. And I'm also doing a freelance preschool consultant. I help a private church kindergarten to improve the center, and then the people who wanted to start up preschools, they come and look for me, and I help them out. And at the moment, this is more low-key because God had another opportunity for me. So now, God asked me to become, gave me the opportunity to become an honorary education director in FAC. And this is like, unfortunately, like a full circle. I'm coming back to the kindergarten, and this is my 9th year serving. More back row because I served in the school board as an advisor, the kindergarten, and also the SANU, because now I have knowledge about secondary school, the running of the secondary school, the primary school. So I was able to help them. And it is such a joy to see our school continue to reach out, sharing the gospel with parents in different ways, and making decisions to help SANU too. Lionel is a chaplain, and together with him, he changed the pastoral lessons and the approach because this is now an outdoor learning journey where they learn God through nature. And I'm thankful that I have this opportunity to do all these things and to reach out to different students. And through my career, I learned that it is not about climbing the corporate ladder, not so much about climbing the corporate ladder or gaining personal success and wealth, but it is more about touching lives, making positive impact, and forming meaningful relationships with others, and to share the good news about God with others. This is one of the family. I don't know how many of you know Jess and Lucy in their Jerome Church. They first came to my kindergarten when the kids were young. We were not Adventist, and she came to look for a place for the 3 kids. These are the 3 kids. And here, Winter and Clara, there were no vacancies of food. So she was disappointed. Prayed to God, and a couple of days later, I was able to have vacancies for the children, and I invited them back to our school to study. And she said, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do that. So today, with the church members, working Jess is one of the very active members in Jerome Church. She does a lot of cooking, a lot of church events. And here is a psychologist, she married another SBK graduate. And then we have Victor, who is an architect. Now he has gone into food business in Sydney. And Clara, who works in corporate partnership consultancy, but she's a stay-home mom. So another family that I'd like to share with you is Sally Chua. And her family, Sally is also a very active member in Jerome Church. And she's not Adventist. So she brought her children, and these are her children. Wei and Ping Pong. They were dressed in their concert costume in SBK event. And today, Wei is an architectural interior designer working in Amsterdam. And Ping Pong is a chief technology officer serving different countries for a different company. And I'm glad that their cousin Brian, who lost his mom at a young age, came to us. So today is a big person. So all these stories really touch me. How God helped us to do form meaningful relationships. And I'm very thankful to God for watching over me throughout my career journey. And most important is giving me the support system that I needed, my family, my loving husband, and 2 girls who are there for me, our church community, my workplace colleagues, and my close friends who always give me advice, and this has deepened and strengthened my relationship with God. Closing, I would like to share with you this, that we are in, God has a unique plan for and purpose for each of us. Let us lay our lives in God's hands and let our lives align to His will. Because in His hands, God's hands, the hands that hold you, will never let you down. I want to invite all of you to read the first text for us. Can you read together?
And we know that in all things God works for those who love Him, who has been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28.
Yeah.